to my beautiful and amazing royals of Africa. Mbolweni, my dear people. This is your queen, Ngningone, second of the name, 17th generation crown queen of the Fangs and of the beautiful and amazing diasporan Africans. Welcome, welcome, welcome back, my children, to Nubia, the path to return, the home of the African royals. So, my beautiful children, what are we talking about today? I have another thought-provoking topic today, which is, do African mothers or Black mothers hate their daughters? All right. So I have a few videos to share, and then we will get into the heart of the topic. So let's go ahead and watch those.
I know she's gonna try to hit me. She's gonna try to hit me again. Oh, fuck you there. Oh, God.
I'm so glad that everybody died on me today. Well, all right, y'all, I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. I'm about to get out these clothes and take my bag. All right. Oh, Lord, baby. I know Kira better have her shit packed. Ain't nothing cook, huh? I know you better get your shit and pack it up right now.
But, Mom, I don't have anywhere to go.
You got to get the hell out of here. I don't care about that. That's a you problem.
Mom, I didn't cook because I was doing my homework.
Yeah, Hey, baby.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you eat?
Yeah, all I had was some serious shit to cook, man.
Your brother been and you ain't cooked shit and all he had was cereal?
Mom, he's 20 years old. Why am I cooking for him? He can cook for his fucking self.
You gonna do the I say in my house and you get those shit and get the out of here.
Y'all see how crazy my mama is?
I know this motherfucker not recording me.
Yes, I am. I'm exposing you.
And you about to let everybody see you get your fucking ass bitch.
And this time you're gonna go to jail. I promise you.
Well, girl, if you don't get the out of my house, I'm gonna hurt you.
I don't have anywhere to go.
I don't give a fuck if you go to the moon. Get your chicken head ass out of here.
I was cleaning. That's why, and doing my homework. That's why I did not cook for him.
Your home and your work. Get your shit, get the out of my house.
I don't want to go.
I'ma drag your ass. So you ain't waiting it.
Mama.
Mama ass. I don't want to hear all that shit. As a matter of fact, leave this motherfucking bag here. This the shit that I bought. You lucky you still got that goddamn phone. Now get your shit, get the out of my house before I piss out you.
Because I didn't cook dinner for her raggedy ass son. Only 17 years old. This man is 20 years old. He can cook food too. I know she's gonna try to hit me. She's gonna try to hit me again. Oh, fuck you there. Oh, God.
I'm so glad that everybody died on me today.
But what I'm saying is, why are you paying her rent and her?
Because she
all
lost her
bills,
job and she's behind on the rent, and she stays with and she has my son, and I'm gonna make sure he's straight. I'm not gonna have my son out on the street.
I'm not saying he's gonna be on the street. If she knew how to take care of y'all's kid, then he wouldn't be on the street.
Yeah, but it takes two people to take care of a kid.
I realize that, but this is like cutting into us. And I'm really not feeling this.
You're not feeling me taking care of my son, basically.
No, you're taking care of your son, but why don't you bring your son to your house so she could pay her own rent?
Because she's the one that has custody of him, and she's the one that's been taking care of him all this time.
Well, then now y'all need to find a way to split custody or something, because it's cutting into us, and I don't like it.
When it cut into us more, if he was actually staying with me. Exactly.
I understand it, but you keep trying to hold that over my head, and you talking to me crazy and my woman crazy, and that's why I've allowed it to this point. But now I don't give up.
But you just still
I don't care
on
anymore.
calling her your woman, your
That's
whatever.
my woman. That's the mother of my child. What do you mean?
Child.
We just went. What do you mean by that?
Child, that's right. You did lose one of the babies. My God, it's so good.
This is. Oh, hold on, wait a minute.
So heartless.
You're
God,
sick.
Thank God.
You're sick.
No.
Why would you say that?
I mean,
You know she's still mourning.
she's not mourning.
No, Mom, shut the hell up. Because at this point now you're getting out of control.
Yeah.
You disrespecting my lost child, your lost grandchild, and she's dealing with it right now.
My grandchild.
No, look, Mom, look. Right now, we're at the point now where I need you to do something for me.
Okay.
Right now, you gotta do something for me.
What is that title?
Apologize to us.
To who?
What you just did was pass the line.
To who? To both of us.
To both of us.
You shut up.
Stop,
Me?
Mom.
You want me to shut up? Come
Please.
shut me up.
Can
Come,
you
I bet you
apologize?
won't come shut me up.
Audrey, what are you doing?
I done had enough of her.
No.
I'll put her in between the washer and the dryer. Come play with me, Miss Deborah.
Stop.
I want a public apology from Cameron to say he's sorry for spending his birthday with his new girlfriend and not his mother. Okay, we're not done.
We're not done.
Tell everybody how you feel.
Public apology for
Yeah.
not spending my birthday with my mother. I should have spent my birthday with my mother.
And
I love you, Mum.
more than
More than everyone else.
ever.
Ever.
And you will always...
Love you more than
hold on.
everyone else.
You will always...
Spend my birthday with you.
And you will always...
Put you first.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. All right, you all heard it.
Yeah, there you go.
I love you.
Love you too, Mum.
So, okay, my beautiful people. So, welcome. Let's gather around this fire, my dear children. Let's have an African conversation. Okay, my dears? Let's mind our African business. Our children in the diaspora are going out and about crying. Our daughters. I see a few videos around who really break my heart. Our mothers hate us. Our mothers hate us. And this again, it's an African problem. Okay? So let's gather around this fire. I will break it down to you and tell you what is the root cause to that trauma, because yes, it's a trauma. Your mothers didn't just come and start mistreating you, okay? Our daughters here in America, they just didn't wake up one morning and started mistreating you. It's a trauma they brought from home. And let's get to the bottom of it. So as previously discovered in a video, when our forefathers became so body and body with the European, they started tainting their views about everything. They slowly injected the patriarchy venom in them. So gradually they started taking power away from us. We covered that. So at that point we had become patriarchals. So now the lineage, instead of being defined by the mother, hello, mind you, she has always been the one giving us the right to rule, to giving any king or any queen the right to rule. It has always been the maternal lineage. So strangely enough, we found ourselves becoming patriarchals. So as we became patriarchals, it became so vital, so crucial to have male children, because at that point, it was no longer the maternal bloodline defining the lineage, it was now the patriarchal bloodline. So the European brought their mess, and here we were, Africans, trying to deal with it. And not only it created an imbalance, because in the eyes of the people who didn't know better, the female child lost value. She now was viewed as almost like a liability or useless, because what purpose does she serve? She won't pass down the lineage. So us, the Bakongo, it was funny, we were participating in that mess also, nevertheless, without keeping the truth away from us. Many tribes in our group are still matriarchal, and the tribes that became patriarchal still host the rituals that they need to do so that a spiritual imbalance is not created. For example, when a Fang man dies, when he transitions, he passes away, his children have to do a ritual begging his maternal ancestors to release his soul so that he joined the paternal clan. They tell us we come from Earth, Mother Earth, which is feminine in nature, and we go back to her. So after they corrupted our way of life, after they corrupted everything about us, now we were dealing with that pressure. Every woman, when she gets married, she won't feel secured in that marriage until she gives birth to a male child. So it almost became customary that the women in a polygamous home, for example, the women with male children, they kind of reach a certain status in itself. They become untouchable, unmovable, because they have provided male children. And the women with female children only, they were being treated like less than. Now, mind you, my beautiful people, this is a trauma because our people taught us better about the female child. She's the wealth of the family. She's the everything. Everything starts with her. Everything ends with her. So the reversal of values in everything. So here we were stuck. And now, my beautiful children, guess what? The most annoying thing about that old patriarchy thing, as much as we point the fingers at the white woman that she's been upholding the patriarchy system while complaining about it, the same comes to us. Because my beautiful daughters, guess what? In most marriages in Africa, who are the ones who will come and stress you out for not having a male child? It's always all the women from his family, either his mother or his sisters or his female cousin. Some of them, they will make it a mission to be like devils over you, torturing you, robbing you of your peace until you provide that male child. So as much as, we complain about the patriarchy system and stuff, but we are the number one enforcer of that trauma on our own people. When tradition tells us that no, the male child is not the only one that can pass down the lineage, because according to our tradition, any child a female child has outside the wedlock, meaning she's not married, that child is automatically from her father's lineage. So the female child also can ensure a lineage, a continuation of lineage, but we, especially we as the women, we choose to ignore that, and we weaponize that very same thing we claim we can't stand about our people these days. We weaponize it against other women all the time.
Ils ont le pouvoir, personne ne pourra prendre pour moi. Ils ont fui, n'ont pas tenté, y'a pas fui, c'est ta langue. Fais-vous, chicote.
So that's how our women, our mothers, generations after generation are having children with that fear. No matter what, no matter who you are, no matter how smart, no matter how beautiful, no matter how, you have to provide, you have to produce that male child, or else they're going to find somebody else who will. So our mothers have that trauma, and this is where they mess up. Your mothers just didn't come to America, just be born in America and all of a sudden start mistreating you. You, the daughters. No, they carried it in their DNA to view the male child as the savior of their marital status. Now, mind you, in America, unfortunately, the former master has locked up a lot of our men and has broken many other ones. So our daughters are forced almost into a life of singlehood. So even when they found themselves in the land of captivity, they don't have a husband, but they still have that trauma in their DNA that they will cling to that male child as if that male child is their safety vest, their life vest. Yes, because in Africa, the male child is the one who will maintain you in your marriage. Even if your husband no longer wants you, but you have sons, he will never drive you away. So they cling to that male child, and the enforcers of that patriarchal system are other women. So you see, my beautiful children, this is where we hurt ourselves. even in Africa, our mothers are harsher on us, we the girls, compared to the boys. Luckily for us is that in Africa, every house has a dad. The same way she worships her sons, the same way our fathers worship us. Yes, balance has to be brought somewhere. And do our mothers try to turn us into maids of our brothers? Of course. Do they kick us out when we go against what they want? Of course. But when she kicks us out, we just go and hang out at the neighbor's house. When you see your father's car pulling up and you go home, Papa gonna bring you back home. We don't care, life continues. So you see how crucial it is to have that father figure also at home, because the father will also be that protector of that female child against the excesses of her mother. Yes, my daughters, we African women are very excessive in everything we do, the way we express our feelings, the way we go about things. Yes, we're very spicy people. It's a trauma. Many of them will almost view the female child like she's useless, whatever, but it's not true. The female child has more value in the eyes of our people. She alone can pull her family out of poverty. Compare when they have a bunch of males. A bunch of males, they have to find money to pay dowry, to marry wives, for them to even tap into any wealth. But the female child, you have a beautiful female child, you could be the poorest, it's a matter of time. A rich son-in-law comes and marries her and builds the biggest building in your compound. A female child has that magic. In some tribes, daughters of kings can never accede to the throne. They can never sit as the ruling queen. By her just being born a woman disqualifies her. In some tribes, she doesn't even have the right to anything. In some places, they won't let girls inherit land because they claim, oh, she's going to take it to another family. And yet she gives you the right to rule. But when they bring these trench women that come and wipe them out and inherit everything and even liquidate their asset after they're gone, they never factor that in. So do you see how deep the corruption of our morals and values runs? Here are Africans trying to live like European, forcing the African soul to be corrupted to its core and act like other group of people. Do you wonder why we suffer, my children? This is one of the reasons. Our people are funny, oh, I'm telling you. Our people are too funny. Don't mind them, okay? Go back to what our ancestral laws are. Don't mind the corrupt ones. As long as she's not well, none of us will be. So you see, my beautiful and amazing children, with the role the mothers occupy in our lives, we cannot play with them. And when the mother suffers, the entire community suffers. As previously said, in our society, she gives the right to rule to a king. So you have seen what is happening with us since she's been kicked off her throne and made slave and made a wench. We have been suffering because we inherit whatever status she's in. Since she fell from grace, she has been made a slave, and so have her children worldwide been made a slave. So you have to forgive us, my children. Those of you out there with horrific mothers, my daughters, please forgive us. You have to forgive your mothers, please. We are traumatized people. Your hormone don't discriminate. When your body is developing, but you still have childhood trauma. Your body even now can allow you to have children, but your mental state is still unhealed. It doesn't matter. You could have 10 kids. It doesn't mean that just because you have become a mother, you are now well, you are now healed. So view our mothers who are like that as traumatized. now that you know the root cause to it, don't do it as a mom, because what it does, it creates an imbalance in our communities. Guys are not raised to be future husbands, but girls are raised and prepared to be future wives. And then they find themselves with kids, grown men who act like kids because they were not trained. They were not intentionally trained, raised to be somebody's husband, because our mothers be the same one babying them. So it's a trauma. Our mothers are traumatized. So they will baby their male child. Their friend will baby hers. Their friend. So it's something in the community. They baby the males, and then they're tough on the girls. Our daughters, a lot of them are kicked out at a very young age, which is an abomination. You wonder why in Africa there's no nursing home, because our parents will never kick us out, no matter how old we grow in under their roof. They will never. The job of an African parent, it's a lifetime job. Don't copy the ways of the European. You make it a mistake, a child is still fragile. He still can't stand on his own. You push him out there into that wild society, that rough society, and then you worry and then you cry when you get crazy phone calls in the middle of the night. Stop doing it. This is not our ways, okay? The child would see the sacrifice you went through to raise them. That child would never take you to a nursing home. That child would sacrifice back for you. These are the ways of our forefathers and foremothers. Okay, stop kicking your children out. We don't do that where we come from until the child is strong enough to be in his own or her own. You have to train them. You have to train them intentionally. You have to let them know. You have to prepare them to go and join a woman, not spoil them, because if all the mothers spoil their sons, where are they going to come from now? These men that you want, now you've grown, you want to get married, you want a man. When your mothers didn't raise no man, they raised boys. Now that all of you women have spoiled your boys, you see the imbalance you create in your community. Our men are the way they are because we, the mothers, we failed them. You have to raise a child intentionally. You're going to be somebody's husband tomorrow. So you prepare yourself. That's what we are to do. We raise him so that he go and be a blessing to somebody's daughter. The other person's daughter comes and expands your tree. She certifies your tree by producing grandchildren. Now, when you have grandchildren, you are not only rooted, you are deeply rooted, because now you have 2 generations after you. So the woman who comes and do that to you, you don't fight her. She's not your rival. It is expected from our mothers to raise a son and prepare him to go and be somebody's man. We are not supposed to keep them and almost become a wife to them. It's incestuous to do that. It means that that child is in bondage. He can never get married. He can never really grow to his fullest potential. His mother must release him. So we have that problem in the community. Mothers who act like their sons' wives. I don't care. Incest is incest, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual.
Hey, what is your problem with me? You don't give a f about nobody, huh? You stupid bitch. My face.
It is over. I'm not playing. It's over.
You can have her. You can have forever. Who's Teeny? You bitch.
Why did you come back and get her face like that? Why?
Man, you can blame me. I don't care. Take me home.
You ain't blaming. Hey.
Your mama got attitude for what? For what? You said the same.
Hey, chill out. I told you about that.
Get out my face. You said the same for 16 years and she never came and seen you until I was there. Money hungry, bitch. If my son leave that little dusty ass bitch, she wouldn't even be able to make it. You gremlin grobbling hoe.
I was worried.
Man, calm down. I can't breathe. Mama, it's okay. Calm down. Mama, look at me. Calm down. Look, Mama, you have to calm down.
They never seen
my mom really fights somebody like that. Yeah, my heart dropped to my stomach. I don't know, everything in my head just like stopped.
Sick of that fat asshole. Got my son taking care of her damn kids, bitch. And when you feel some type of way, you leave my son, bitch, I'm gonna beat you up again. Understand why the you came anyway, bitch. If you didn't have nothing happy or positive to say, why are you here? Yo, that bitch don't want you to take care of your mom. She's sorry.
No, mama, y'all.
No, that
for
bitch.
this.
I'm done. You ain't gotta worry about me no more.
Our people condemn it. We don't keep our son indefinitely. We prepare them. In fact, we are the one who start harassing them. When the minute they finish school, we are the ones start harassing them to bring a wife. Yes, we want to see him graduate from a boy to a man. And we know what a wife brings into his life. He's now going to have his own access to the spiritual wealth his forefathers and foremothers have for him. He has to marry in order for him to go from a boy to a man. So good mothers will encourage their sons to get married and have children. Traumatized mothers are witches. The witches are the ones who will get between their sons and their women. Do you know why? Because it's a common practice among the witches in Africa. The last thing a witch will allow her son to do is to get married, because the minute he get married, she no longer have that spiritual access to spiritually grape him and drain from his life source. A lot of these guys don't live very old, but the mother will live. Most of the time, that very same mother will be the beneficiary of their life insurance. Those of you who have mothers who push themselves to that level, yeah, she's a witch. Because it's an abomination. Our children are the ones who are supposed to bury us, not the other way around. The last thing an African parent want to do is bury a child. So when you cast it in the universe and even have your name on official document as beneficiary of your child's life, you basically wishing him dead. You're a witch. So our children, we have to be careful to the things we allow people to do to us out there. A good mother is to train a child, to raise him, to prepare him mentally. You're going to be somebody's teacher tomorrow. You're going to be somebody's husband tomorrow. You're going to be a set of kids' fathers tomorrow. So she has to prepare him to live from under her control, because a witch will never allow her son to get married, because the minute he get married, she will no longer have that spiritual access to him. That's why they will fight any woman the son tried to bring. When we Africa watch a certain thing, we know, we can identify, we know this is this kind of witch, this is what they do. Many of them, you found them, they bury all their children. They die last. Yes. You guys think, because they made of a slave, you brought a lot in your blood. And when you act out, we can pinpoint this come from that. So unlike us at home, when one of our sons is under the weight of an overbearing mom, you know, for us Africans, it takes a village to raise a child. The child has many, many mothers in the community. He will reach out to the one he trusts the most and go and tell, my mother is fighting my wife for no reason. Can somebody talk to her? This is when the other women in the community, they will go. And you know, when fellow women come and tell you about something like that, it's embarrassing, because you know they know. Any normal woman would let her son go, would want him to get married and raise a family. But we know those who don't and why they do that. So it's embarrassing. So a lot of them get out of the way. They will allow you to get married to the son, but still fight you once you're in there by throwing women on the son's bed. So no matter what we complain about, at the end of the day, you will find women terrorizing other women. The African woman in her natural state, she loves her children. She can die for her children. She sacrifices for her children. Nobody loves like the African woman, okay? So there's no question about whether she loves her children or she hates them. Our mothers who behave like this are not well. Trust and believe that our mothers are traumatized. Our mothers in their natural state are so loving. Nobody loves like the African woman. Do African mothers hate their daughters? No, my daughters, they don't hate you. They just don't know what to do with you. You are a mini her. She has a bunch of issues that are unresolved, and here you come with your sharp brain and mouth Many of us cannot handle it. Many of us cannot handle a mini us around, but yet they love you. Our mothers in their natural state, they love you. So to all of you with atrocious mothers, please forgive us. But we are the generation who can beat that mental disease. We are the generation who can make a conscientious effort as women to start raising future men, future husbands, instead of babying them and treating them like little girls, right? We have that power. We are the generation that is screaming, enough is enough. And we are also the generation who has come to knowledge about who we are, the powerful being we are, we African women. So we need to make a collective effort that we will stop babying our boys. We have to make a collective effort that we will start loving our daughters. Expressing love to them, giving them that love we never received. I don't want to hear anybody out there say, I was never loved. If you are African, if your blood came from Africa, we are love generators. Okay? If any other race was put through what we went through, they would have become all of them Jeffrey Dahmers. Okay? But we are not, because we are love generators. We are the one in charge of healing the planet. And how do you heal the planet? With the same creative force that created the planet, which is love. So don't tell me, oh, you've been through this, through that. When you do evil, you choose to do evil, my children. We are powerful human beings. So we need to make a conscientious effort that our daughters are future mothers. If we break them, if we destroy them, we have destroyed an entire village. We have destroyed all her descendants and all the people that will come in contact with her descendants. It's not a small thing, my children. We can make that conscientious effort as women to be fair mothers. Give as much love and time to each one of our children, because our people say, you never know the child who will bury you. You never know the child who will take care of you in your old days. So treat every child under your care the same, whether you gave birth to them or you did not. You know, another thing we have the power of as a collective of women, we have the power to become respectful toward one another. The minute we start viewing any woman and any man we come into encounter with as the child of a fellow woman or a fellow African woman, when you put yourself in that position, the world would have no choice but view you as that queen mother you are called to be. We are the mothers of all. We get this thing started. Let's not forget. So you see, you're gonna have to learn to become respectful to fellow women. We do the opposite. We go after fellow women. We lead warfare against them. We lie. We do whatever out of jealousy and our insecurity. We are the one prompt to destroy another woman. And we are so vicious in the way we fight that we don't spare anyone. We can use the children, we can use the friends, we can use the family member. We become this demon just to get what we want. We can bind that spirit and send it back to the pit of hell where it crawled out of, and become these divine mothers. These one who will heal you, just a mere contact with her. You feel better after that interaction. You feel that, yeah, something, a burden has been lifted off of you. These are the magical women we are born and called to be. Yes, we can start respecting each other. We can set a new standard of living. If you suspect the man has a woman or something, find that woman, say, hey, your man come and inquire on me. Are you okay with it? Let the woman not use it to gaslight her man, but to show him that there's no way you're gonna run from us. We're no longer standing for mess. Be that woman that will remind him to go and pay child support on time, and not be the one that will tell him not to pay child support. Be the woman that will hold him accountable. Like I can't date a guy who starves his children. No, it won't happen. I can't date a guy who burdens another woman. You abandon that girl with kids. And what do you want from me, huh? So when you spread that love as a collective of women, when we start acting like that, they will fall into place. And not only that, they will respect us. Only the wimps among them will run and go and play with Gwendoline and go and marry whatever else they can abuse. When you are sent to your throne, you leave your prince no chance but grow up and follow you on that throne and sit next to you. Remember, you make him the king. So this is real life application of that power you have. The spotlight is on you, African women. So it's in our best interest to all of us, members of mankind. I'm not talking to lizards. I'm talking to members of mankind. Knowing the fact that the black woman, the African woman, is the one who brought all of us about. It should be a common interest of ours to seek to heal her, to seek to restore her, so that we, as melanated people, can also be restored. So it's a collective effort we have to put in toward healing her. Okay, we will discuss more about it in another video. Since she fell from grace, she has been made a slave, and so have her children worldwide been made a slave. So if you love your people, you love your community, any group of people who love themselves, they protect the mothers, they protect the women, they protect the girls. We'll talk more about it, the different ways we as the children, whether male children or female children, can help her climb back on her throne, meaning can help her heal and become whole again, because we depend on her. Whatever status she has, we have. So if she's broken, we are broken. If she's enslaved, we are enslaved. If she's made nothing, we are nothing. So my dear children, please understand that as difficult as it is to deal with a traumatized mother, nonetheless, there are still some forbidden things you cannot do toward her, according to us, the people of the Congo. Your mother and your father are your God on earth. Okay, so there's a lot of do not, no matter how crazy she becomes, because she brought you into existence. She's a divinity to you. She's God itself. That's why it's very dangerous for mothers who curse their children. You know, these things follow you, and certain actions that children nowadays take against their mothers and their fathers. In a different video, we will cover the do's and don'ts and how to deal with difficult parents. Okay, my beautiful ones. So until next time, peace in your homes, love in your heart, and always united, no matter what. We are one.